Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really exciting path, your ultimate career roadmap for becoming a sports medicine specialist in India. This is an incredibly fast-growing, thrilling field where your main mission is to keep athletes, and really anyone active, operating at their absolute peak performance. So, if you've ever watched a huge sporting event and wondered about the brilliant medical minds working the sidelines to keep those players in the game, well, you are definitely in the right place. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll figure out if this is your true calling, map out the specific educational steps, talk about funding your journey, explore where you'll actually work and what you'll earn, and finally, we'll look at some real-world inspiration. All right, let's jump straight into milestone 1. Is this your calling? Let's talk personality traits. Before we even touch a textbook or stress about entrance exams, we gotta ask a fundamental question. Do you actually have the mindset for this? Because high-stakes sports environments are intense, and being a sports medicine specialist is about way more than just memorizing human anatomy. It takes a really unique blend of passions. You really need this deep, dual interest in both sports and psychology. The two go hand in hand, especially when you're dealing with athletes under immense pressure. You've also got to have top-notch interpersonal and communication skills. Why? Because you are quite literally building a fortress of trust with your patients. Strict confidentiality regarding their health and performance is absolutely everything here. And honestly, at the core of it all, you just need a genuine, innate drive to serve and help people hit their best. Moving right along to Section 2, mapping the educational pathway in your step-by-step training. Your training ground here is super clearly defined. Step 1, you start with your 10+2 and science, specifically focusing on physics, chemistry, and biology. Got that? Great. Then you level up to Step 2, knocking out your MBBS degree. And finally, Step 3 is where you specialize. You'll need to conquer the NEET PG or an All India Sports Medicine postgraduate entrance test to secure your MD or PGDM in sports medicine. And you know, the sheer scope of this field is just mind-blowing. You're not only treating elite millionaire professionals, you're looking after the health of anyone involved in physical activity, all the way from low to super high intensity. Your training prepares you to help that weekend warrior jogging in the local park just as effectively as an Olympic sprinter. So where do you actually go to conquer these steps? Well, India has some phenomenal options. You've got elite government heavyweights like the Armed Forces Medical College in Pune or Vardhaman Mahavir in New Delhi. On the flip side, there are fantastic accredited private spots too, like Sri Ramachandra down in Chennai or Manipal College in Karnataka. The choices are huge, but just a quick pro tip. Always double-check that those private institutes are fully UGC and MCI accredited before you send in that application. All right, on to Section 3, funding your medical journey. Let's get you equipped for the quest. Let's talk money, because every epic quest needs resources, right? You're looking at an approximate course fee ranging from around 20,000 up to about 160,000 rupees for the whole shebang. Now, obviously, these are estimates, and they're going to swing depending on the exact institute you choose, but it gives you a really solid, realistic baseline to start mapping out your financial strategy. But hey, please do not let those numbers scare you off. There are some incredibly powerful financial aid tools out there just waiting to be used. You've got the National Scholarship Portal, which is basically your go-to hub for government schemes. Then there's Vidya Lakshmi, a dedicated portal built specifically for education loans. And depending on where you live, you might even be able to snag a state-specific low-interest student credit card, like they have in West Bengal, Odisha, and Bihar. The resources are absolutely there if you know where to look. Okay, Section 4, Workplaces, Growth, and Income. Let's check out the battlefield and, of course, the bounty. Once you're trained and funded, what does your daily reality actually look like? Well, it is incredibly dynamic. You could be in a hospital, a rehab center, or right in the mix with a pro sports organization, constantly collaborating with coaches and trainers. But here's the catch you need to remember. Your workplace totally dictates your lifestyle. If you're with a pro team, you're on their time. Their schedule is your schedule. But if you take a gig with a university team or a high-end fitness club, you're looking at a much more standard routine, usually 5 to 6 days a week, about 8 to 9 hours a day. And what's actually really amazing and empowering about this field is how inclusive it is. There are absolutely excellent opportunities here for differently abled professionals. It's a career path that truly values your specialized medical brain and your ability to connect with patients above pretty much everything else. Once you're in the door, your career growth is super structured and highly rewarding. You aren't just stuck in one spot forever. You start out as an intern, grind your way up to junior physician, then general, and on to senior physician. From there, you start stepping into the real leadership roles, becoming head of department, and eventually, you can reach the absolute peak as a medical director or superintendent. And the financial reward for climbing that ladder, it's pretty substantial. The expected indicative income for a sports medicine specialist ranges from a solid 80,000 all the way up to 5 lakh rupees per month. Obviously, those numbers are indicative and can change, but it just goes to show how highly valued this specialized expertise is right now in India. Finally, let's hit Section 5, Real-World Inspiration. Step into the Hall of Fame. To wrap up our explainer today, I want to show you what absolute peak success looks like here. Because this isn't just a job, it's a chance to build a real legacy. Take the late Lieutenant General S.A. Cruz, an absolute pioneer of sports medicine in India. He didn't just practice, he completely transformed the landscape. He set up these state-of-the-art human performance labs for both the Army and the Sports Authority of India. And for all that monumental work, he bagged the Shiv Chakrabarti Award from the Maharashtra government and the Krida Bhushan Award. That is the kind of massive impact you can have. So, you've got the whole roadmap laid out right in front of you now. From the raw personality traits you need, all the way to the pioneering success of the legends who came before you. The real question is, what's the very first step you're going to take today to make this career your reality? Are you going to pull up that scholarship portal? Check out the NEET PG syllabus? The path is totally clear, but the next move is on you. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and keep learning.